Brave, A Warrior's Tale, also known as Brave's Search for Spirit Dancer, is a 3D action platformer with promising ideas and pitiful execution. It features the titular Brave on his quest to find the Spirit Dancer and free his people from the wrath of the wicked Wendigo. On his journey, he'll summon the strength of snarling beasts, track and capture wild animals, infuse himself with the strength of his ancestors, and it's all superficial, shallow stuff. Brave takes a lot of pride in its sheer mechanical variety, but none of its mechanics are meaningful. Every time you need to track something, a symbol flashes on your HUD. Every time you summon a spirit, it just leads to mindless button mashing. Every time you need to fish or perform an animal call or do anything potentially creative or interesting, the game points you right at it and says, "Hey, remember to do this thing at the appointed spot in order to progress the level." There are like 3 separate hint systems baked into the gameplay, and they feel utterly inescapable. At no point will you have to think about where to go, what to do, or how to do it. So even though this game ostensibly features oodles of mechanics, there are really only 2 of note: attacking and jumping. And that'd be fine if either the attacking or jumping had any depth, but they do not. You'll waddle your way down long, narrow corridors mashing jump or climbing to get over gaps, then reach an arena where you mash your ranged or melee attack to obliterate enemies. And that's about it. There are a variety of moves to perform, but there's really no point. This is a humorously hollow experience with little thoughtful or clever design to speak of. There are occasional flashes of either challenge or creativity, but never both at once, and they can't stave off the banality. All that leaves is the storytelling, which is equally empty. The game promises a captivating quest featuring high-energy squash and stretch animation, Native American mythology, and a thrilling hero's journey. It delivers exclusively on that first point. Everything about the narrative is forced and uncanny. Brave throws some rocks at a bear, which apparently makes him qualify to become a warrior. But before he can earn that title, he has to find 3 carvings. These carvings teach him to swim, climb, and make animal calls. Using these new powers, he is now prepared to fight a grizzly bear by beating it with a flaming stick until it runs away. Then his village, which was never even referenced until this point, catches a flame and everyone turns to zombies because I guess that's what the game thinks Wendigos do. Now instead of 3 carvings, he must seek the help of 3 spirits to locate 3 amulet pieces, which will enable him to find the spirit dancer, only to inevitably realize the real spirit dancer was inside him all along. And also the last spirit dancer was his dad or something. On a meta level, you can see how these elements are intended to form a cohesive story, but in practice there's no connective tissue. We learn nothing of substance about this world and its characters, so the several plot twists lack gravitas. Every source of conflict is external, and no one needs to grow, change, question their identity, or develop as a human being. When Brave finds a new feather to put in his hair, it's supposed to symbolize some sort of spiritual growth, but it doesn't feel like it. Throughout the entire journey, he's overly eager, excessively violent, and just does everything he's told to. The game categorically rebukes any notion of nuanced characterization. It says nothing and means nothing. I dearly wish I could think of something positive to say, and please understand, Brave is more disappointing to me than anyone. I've wanted to try this game since I saw it back in the 2000s. 2 decades of waiting couldn't have prepared me for how shallow it is. If you're looking for better games in the same genre aimed at the same demographic, there are plenty. There's Pac-Man World 3, Jak and Daxter, Vex, Malice, Scalar, Spyro A Hero's Tale, KO the Kangaroo Round 2, Kia, Dark Lineage, Cameo, Elements of Power, Haven, Call of the King, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, Crash of the Titans, Knack, Ratchet and Clank, Skylanders Swap Force, Blinks the Time Sweeper, Tie 3, Night of the Quinkin, SpongeBob SquarePants, Battle for Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob SquarePants, Truth or Square, SpongeBob SquarePants, Creature from the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Cosmic Shake, SpongeBob